Hey there, everyone. I haven't checked in a while. I wanted to make sure everyone's good out there. Hopefully, y'all are. Life is grand. Work from home for like a month and a half now. It's actually a good thing. I like it. This is kind of my setup. Um, that's my backpack that I haven't used in 6 weeks now. It's my notepad. I put my Mac, office space, all fancy stuff. I normally have a dog over there, but he's missing this morning, apparently sleeping in, so gotta deal with that. But that's okay. Anyway, back to the markets. I'm going to flip this around. Actually, that chart right there is one thing I want to talk about. That chart is Brent minus crude on an hourly chart, and I think that's been an interesting relationship. You can see it got back down to one and change. Now it's right back up to like six, which is probably a little more normal for it. But I'm going to flip this around, talk a little bit. And then yeah, my hair's growing an awful lot, so working on that. Anyway, what do everyone think about the markets in general? The whole Brent thing last week. What did you think about that going negative? I didn't think it was a big deal, to be honest with you. I don't understand why people were so up in the air. It sort of just makes sense. If you're paying people to haul your stuff away, it's a negative price. So I don't know why people got a little kind of up in arms about that whole thing, that whole trade. But the reason I showed that chart over there, the Brent minus crude, is because it's been a lot of talk, a lot of concern. People are saying that people are going to lose confidence in the WTI contract. And I talked to a lot of people about that last week, and I don't see that happening. I don't think a lot of people are going to lose confidence in the WTI contract for a lot of reasons. I mean, one of the simple reasons is the fact that traders don't like to change their models. If their models are configured to trade WTI, they're going to trade WTI. Brent's going to pick some up, I'm sure, but there's a lot of things going on that I think volume is just going to keep growing in WTI. I don't see people losing confidence in it. Is it going to take over to eventually be the gold benchmark? I don't know. I mean, Brent's still got that. That's going to be a tough one. But there's so many good things going on in the energy trade that's going to keep bolstering that thing up. And one of the things about that is China. I think as the China market opens up a little more, we get more people trading that sour crude contract that trades at INE, which you can get on TD, by the way. That's a really sweet contract. It's a nice contract. It probably plays a little more into Brent. You can spread it into WTI as well. I've set up spreads like that in the past. I think I've shown. I put another one out this week. It kind of shows how to set that one up. There was a really nice tweet that went out this weekend, I think yesterday or Saturday, by RCM Alts. If you don't follow them, it's at RCM Alts. They deal with a lot of CTAs and stuff like that, setting them up, and a lot of them execute through them. But they put out a really nice tweet over the weekend about the volume at China. Volume at China just continues to grow. It's like going just ridiculous, despite what's going on here and globally with the pandemic. Volume in China has really been growing a lot. Keep an eye on that. The contract that they kind of highlighted was kind of an interesting one. It was eggs. Egg futures are just up like 715% or something like that over the year. And I think they put some of that into the fact that it had to do with the whole hog pandemic they had there. A lot of the hog crop has just been destroyed there. I've been kind of confused about that too. Why if all these Asian swine flu and all these things really wiped out all these hogs in China and all over the place, why are hog prices still kind of like lingering? And even now, they're still not doing a heck of a lot, even though, I'm watching Fox Business right now. I had CNBC on earlier. They're both talking about, we're going to have a meat shortage. We're not going to get these meats because everyone saw the Smithfield shut down in South Dakota. I got a Smithfield one down the street here in St. Charles, actually, and that one shut down last week too as well. I don't really know what that was about. I don't know if that had to do with someone got sick there too, but there is a Smithfield plant, not far from me, about a mile from my house, and that shut down recently too. So that's kind of disturbing. So the meat shortage thing, I don't really know what to really say about that, but it doesn't seem to be reflecting the prices anywhere. They were saying in the news this morning that a lot of that is the fact that half the meat consumed is generally done at restaurants, and obviously restaurants are down, so there's still a lot of that supply floating around that's going to get burned off. So we'll kind of see how that goes. Thought that's interesting. I'd like to hear what people think about that too. If anyone's got any questions or anyone's got anything to say about this meat shortage that's supposed going to happen, I'd love to hear about that. Send me a tweet, send me whatever. I'll tweet out some charts about that a little later. A couple of things I wanted to mention this morning was I'm going to put a tweet out this week too. I had a customer ask me over the weekend about how to update two charts dynamically at the same time. This guy, actually it's Josh Schuler asked about it. We blogged about him last week or the week before. I think he's at Profile Traders, something like that. But Josh Schuler, you can find him. But he wanted to update two charts at one time. One would be a price distribution chart, and one would be just a volume profile chart. I kind of showed him how to do that. But I'm going to tweet out like that. I'm going to put a tweet out like that probably next week on the TT handle to show how to do that. A couple ways to do that. There's a few ways to do that, so that's kind of a neat thing to do. So really, if you got a market grid going and you could link two charts to it. As vegetable, do you like corn? I do like corn, yeah. You can link the charts and it'll update two different types of charts at one time, which is kind of nice. I like to do that too because I like to look at. I don't really look at price distribution too much, but I do look at volume charts and I look at regular candle charts, but then I also look at Heiken and Ash charts. So it's kind of nice to actually update them both at the same time and scrolling through charts in the week to see what's going on, get a grasp of what's going on. So you'll see that coming out before long. There's a tweet going up this week that's a simple order entry algo that I built. It's an order entry algo that's kind of focused on how to try and capture a market in a market sweep. It's a dynamic quoting algo. So if you really think it's something that's going to get swept, let's say it's going to be bonds before NFP or something like that, or it's going to be RBOB, or it's going to be Bitcoin, something like that, something where prices move very quickly and single orders take out multiple layers of the order book. It's a nice little algo for that. That's going to go out in the corporate handle this week. And I'm building another one right now that is, I'm putting another one this week that's going to be more based off of a static price. It's going to be based off of the bid, and you want to put in like bid plus 4, bid plus 6, something like that. Why do people put in things like that? Fast moving markets again. You want to get in there and you don't want to get lifted right away. So you put it in as bid plus X amount of ticks. It's not that uncommon, particularly when the Bitcoin space, it gets a little more common too, because traders want to be passive order. They want to put in passive orders, they want to put in aggressive orders because they pay higher fees in aggressive orders. So I built something like that over the weekend. I've tried to shoot a video for it. It keeps my video shooting skills are improving, but they're not as where they need to be. So I got to work on that a little bit more. But you'll see that in the next day or two, hopefully. What else? Yeah, but just one more thing to highlight on that. One of those things that I built that's going to go out this week or next week is it's really off the customer questions. So send me questions. You got a question? How do you use the TT platform? You got a question about markets? I don't care. Send me the questions. I'll answer them any way I can, if I can. And particularly if it's about the product TT, I love to answer that type of stuff. If you got a question about the platform at all, about how to use this, how to use that, let me know. Send me a tweet. I will try and help you resolve it and or point you in the right direction, and maybe we'll tweet and chat about it. All right, so that's about it. I'm going to sign out. Everyone trade well today. Actually, I want to look at what's going on. There are some economic numbers that come out this week, nothing that's really too earth-shattering. And the place that we're at right now, do you have, guys, quick question, do you guys handle synthetic by synthetic futures? What do you mean by synthetic futures? We handle synthetic spreads. So let's say WTI Brent. I kind of showed a chart of that early on. Yeah, you can build that. You can trade it through auto sweater. So it's not an exchange defined spread, obviously, because it uses a two of an exchange. You've got crude at CME, you've got Brent at ICE. You can trade that through auto sweater. That's I kind of consider that a synthetic contract. So you're buying one, selling the other at the same time. I'll tweet out something about that in a little bit, show you a little more clearly what I mean by that. But yes, we do handle synthetic futures. Back to the economic numbers, what was going on. Like I was saying, there's not much really going on today. There was an interesting number that came out last night, but I don't know how much people believe numbers anymore, because as long as the pandemic's going on, we're going to shut down. What do the academic numbers really, or what do the economic numbers even mean? China did put in a decent number overnight. Their industrial profits came in better than anticipated, but again, who knows what that really means? Everything's so blurry. No one trusts numbers coming out of there anyway. Other numbers coming out this week with any impact. Scrolling, the site I use for this is Trading Economics. It's a pretty nice little website that it shows all the numbers coming out globally throughout the year. Europe's got some business confidence coming out. When is that? On Wednesday. What do you think business confidence is going to be? It's going to be horrible. I think we know that. What level is going to be? GDP's coming out that day too for the U.S. Expecting it down 4.5%. What's going to be? I don't know. Again, these numbers are so screwy right now, it's hard to really anticipate, hard to really say. So economic numbers are kind of thrown out the window. They're not really telling us too much. I think the jobless stuff is important to keep watching, but the numbers, this isn't a real world. This isn't a real economy, so I don't buy into it too much. All right, I'm going to log off, go get another cup of coffee, and I'll be here if you've got any questions. You want to explain, you want to ask me something, you want to complain about something, whatever you want to do. Send me a tweet and we'll talk about it. Talk to you all later. Bye.